Subscribe to Learning with Friends and click on the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Hello everyone, welcome to Learning with Friends. In today's video, we'll look at idioms related to the workplace. That is, those idioms that you are likely to hear in your office. Knowing these idioms will not only help you understand office conversations better, but also let you participate in them. So let's begin. The first idiom that we'll discuss is ballpark figure. A ballpark figure is an estimate, a number that is not exact but comes close. For example, at the moment, we have only a ballpark estimate for the cost of the project. When projects are launched, we often don't know how much they are going to cost finally. So the initial cost has to be an estimated figure. It can't really be an accurate figure. This figure is what is known as a ballpark figure. The next idiom is call it a day. That means to finish work for the day. For example, after working on the server issue for 18 long hours, Sanjeev finally called it a day and went home. That means that Sanjeev's work for the day was done and he was ready to go home. The next idiom that we have is get down to business, which means to start working on something after spending time on other things that are not that important. For example, after collecting inputs from the customer base, the marketing department finally got down to business on the new campaign, which means that they had their inputs ready now and they could start work on the new campaign. The next idiom is come up short, which means an inability to achieve something. For example, inability to meet a target or meet a deadline. For example, the IT department had promised that they would upgrade the systems by the end of the week, but given the rate at which they are going, they'll definitely come up short. This means that the IT department has not been upgrading systems at the desired rate, and therefore they will not be able to finish the task by the end of the week. The next idiom is go the extra mile. When someone goes the extra mile, it means that they are willing to put an extra effort for success. For example, companies should invest in their employees because happy employees tend to go the extra mile to satisfy customers. This means that if an employee is happy, he'll make an extra effort to ensure that the customer is satisfied. The next idiom is cutthroat, which is normally used for competition that is fierce and involves the use of unfair practices to eliminate rivals. What does that mean? That cutthroat competition is the kind of competition that is not healthy for the business and generally involves companies using unfair, illegal practices. For example, if we don't hire the best talent, we will lose out to competitors in this cutthroat market. This means that the market we are talking about is intensely competitive and the only way to beat the competition is to hire the best talent. The next idiom is get something off the ground, which means to start or begin a project. For example, the engineering team's new project, even though it was brilliant, failed to get off the ground due to funding issues. This means that the engineering department could not convince the management to fund the project and therefore it did not get off the ground. In other words, it did not start. The next idiom is in the black, which is used for any business that is profitable. For example, we have just started this company and it will take some time for our business to be in the black. This means that our business is a startup and it will take some time for it to be profitable. In other words, it will take some time for it to be in the black. A related idiom is in the red, which is used for businesses that are loss-making. For example, if our revenues keep dipping like this, we will soon be in the red. This means that our revenues have not been rising. In fact, they have been falling. And therefore our profitability is down and therefore we may soon be in the red, that is loss making. That's all for now friends. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to our channel Learning with Friends. Remember, it's absolutely free to subscribe. In the comment section, do let us know what other topics we can make for you in our videos in future. Bye for now.